Hello, and welcome back to this week's episode. And this week I have a special guest, my beautiful, amazing, the only person I'm really just complimenting to be on this show that's not a dude.
Hello, Ross.
Hi, my wife, for everyone that needs to know.
Yeah. I was waiting for the rest of that introduction.
Yes, kind of ran out of thoughts. Also, this podcast is brought to you by Highland Brewing, Black Mocha Stout. I'm just throwing their name out there because I'm drinking it right now as we record this. I don't know what she's drinking. Some kind of, let me guess, Moscato.
Actually, it's the Pacific Rim Riesling, if you must know. Pinkies out, bitches.
Pinkies out, bitches. So I know you know what this podcast is about. You have listened to it and also have edited some of my podcast shows, I guess you would say. So we're just going to sit here and have a conversation. I always said I wanted her on the podcast, and I finally said it's enough. I'm going to do it. And she's going to be on my podcast. For everyone that doesn't know who Melissa is, I already stated that that's my wife.
Hey, everyone.
Hey, everyone. Wife, everyone.
Everyone.
Yes. So, for this week's episode, we want to just have a random conversation about
New Year, New Me.
New Year, New Me.
Hashtag
New Year's, New Me. Exciting, isn't it? Because the thing is about the New Year, New Me thing is I don't really give into that bullshit because I will fuck it up by day one. Like, I will literally be like, I'm not going to do this. And then the next minute I'm eating cheeseburgers and drinking soda. And
well, you know, you have that big rush at the gym January 1st.
Yeah.
But they say studies have shown that 80% of New Year's resolutions fail by month 2. So, you know, why do they fail? What causes them to fail? And why do they suck so much? Why do you have to wait till January 1st to make that change? Along with 1,000% of the other people.
Well, one, because they hate us and they want to crowd the gym. That's the main reason. No, I think it fails mainly because people want results now. And they feel like they'll give it a month to try, and then they'll get results by a month. And it's just like, well, I mean, you know this, and I'm pretty sure some of the people that listen to my podcast knows this also, that it takes more than just working out. It's about dieting, it's about a routine, and I feel that, by January is just, you know, there's not really a holiday. I mean, there's Martin Luther King Day, but it's not like something where you're going to go out and eat a lot of food or whatever. And then I think by like the next month, since it's February and you got Valentine's Day, and some people are probably losers and don't have anybody, and so they probably gouged themselves in like fucking food and shit.
Ice cream,
cake, chocolates, you know, that's what I would do. And why? So what is your opinion about why they fail?
But my opinion is because our society is an immediate gratification society. I want things now. I don't want to work for it. So most New Year's resolutions are about, I want change. I want to look better, but I don't want to do the work to change my habits. So year after year, it's a recyclable New Year's resolution. This year is going to be my year. But why can't today be my day? Why do I have to wait till January 1st to create that change? More change, or change any day of the year is perfectly fine. Why wait until January 1st? Because you're destined to fail. The dogs seem to really like you today.
I know. I don't know why. Probably because they haven't seen me all day. Haven't done much today. I mean, it could... I don't know if it's really a month that... If it's really a true month that for them to fail or whatever on their gym goals or their hashtag new me, new year thing. I think it takes more that they're not consistent with it. Because to me, honestly, I feel like to break a habit, it takes 3 days. To actually get on a good routine and a good habit, it takes about 2 weeks. So I've always felt that about the gym and everything. To actually get into a good routine with the gym, it takes about 2 weeks. And it takes about 3 days to break a habit. I feel like people have not got on, like when they're trying to go out there to succeed their goals or whatever. I think they set their goals too high. I'm part of it too. You're like, I'm going to lose 30 pounds by a month. No, that's not going to happen because that's not the way it's going to happen.
Right. They said
unless you're like 600 pounds, then yes, you're going to lose 30 pounds in a month because you're losing. They
set unrealistic expectations.
Yes.
And the same thing I said earlier, we are immediate gratification across the board. You post a picture on social media. You immediately, if you don't get 10 likes, should I take the picture down? Should I change it up? Did I do something wrong? We want that immediate gratification without actually having to work for it. We are all tied to our cell phones. We're all tied to the world. And we want... we ask a question. What is the first thing we do if we don't know the answer?
Google that shit.
We Google that shit.
Yes, Google that shit. I mean, have you not seen the Note 9? I just recently bought the Note 9. It's probably one of the greatest technologies I had. I can literally write notes about how terrible she is as a person every time.
With little hearts in the eye for Melissa.
Scribble.
I love coloring!
Yeah, I mean, it's from all the crowns and shit I ate.
Say that again? What was that word?
All the crowns.
The crowns?
Crowns, yeah. What?
Crayons.
Crowns.
You're not eating a fucking gold crown as a king.
That's crown.
That's a crown, yes.
These are crowns.
Crayons.
No, I'm going to leave it at that. I prefer my way. There we go again. But you're not really, like... I mean, we are a society of instant gratification, and I think me and Steve on, I don't know, podcast 4 probably stated about it, that like society just wants to have the instant answer, and it's also Jordan Peterson in his book has talked about it, that like we are always searching for the instant gratification instead of actually hard work. It's easier to accept. He talks about the whole lie, the part of like lying or whatever, which is making pretty much what I took from it was the making the lie or telling a lie and accepting it and living by the lie. So like you get so used to living the lie that you start accepting it. Well, first you start accepting it, and then now you're just like, whatever, this is what I am. So I feel like with the instant gratification of society and the lack of hard work is that people don't really want to have satisfaction from the hard work. Because, I mean, it is hard work. We've seen it over times with, especially with us and our fitness goals and stuff. Like, right now I'm at the phase of I want to bulk, and in like another month or so, I'm going to start cutting. And, like, yeah, it sucks, and it's hard to do, and it takes a lot of dedication to do it, but it's worth it at the end of the road, to see the accomplishments and the goals. I think people look at the goals now, and then I don't think they look at the long-term goals. And then you should also set goals to achieve your overall goal. So what I mean by that is that, I don't know if I'm right or wrong on this, correct me if I am, is that you set something small. Like, let's say, like, you go to the gym, you're like, okay, I'm going to get on the treadmill, and I'm going to do a mile. Okay, it's something small. See if I can do it. Okay, I can't do it. I make it to half of a mile before I'm out of shape. I'm just saying for a person that is. Then you're like, okay, the next day, you're like, I'm going to do a mile again. So you accomplish your mile. Then you're like, okay, well, I did a mile. Let's see if I can do how far that I can go. So you go as far as you can, and then you say, okay, I want to set a new time on the treadmill I want to do 2 miles. And then you go from there. So like it's little baby steps. Or like when you're using weights and you're lifting weights and stuff. Like you set a goal. My goal for right now is deadlifts. I want to do 500. Okay, I'm at 465, 495 was my max. Okay. I'm almost there, but it wasn't almost there, but it wasn't the best. I didn't feel it was the best. I want complete, not my back bent or anything else. But I want a complete form of it. But for other people, it could be.
But what happens when you reach 500?
Then the next goal is 600.
Exactly. So but I think sometimes we get so focused on the end goal where we want to be that we forget that at some point your goal was to do 300 in deadlift. You don't celebrate those little accomplishments along the way, which I think is what causes us to fail, because January 1st, my mindset is I want to lose 100 pounds. Okay, great. Lose 100 pounds. But along that way, you're not going to lose 100 pounds by February 25th or 28th or however many days are in February. You're not going to lose that 100 pounds by then. And I think that uncertainty between what happens January 1st to that 100-pound weight loss is what causes people to fail. If I'm not seeing that immediate 100-pound drop-off, or you don't see immediately at 500, people tend to quit when they don't reach that. But do you celebrate when you reach 490? You celebrate when you reach 495. Do you celebrate when you reach 10 pounds lost, 20 pounds lost, 25 pounds? I think setting smaller goals.
Yeah.
100 pounds in a deadlift is a big goal, especially when you hit 500.
Yeah.
To suddenly just be like, all right, 600 is my next goal. But why couldn't it be 515 or 525? I don't know how you round up your numbers there. I'm trying to think of even plate numbers. But, I think sometimes we get so wrapped up in that big goal where we want to be by the end of 2019 that you forget there's lots of other stuff to celebrate in that year. And so if you don't see that immediate gratification the first time you go to deadlift, you can't deadlift 500. You get so frustrated by that you quit.
Yeah.
Or that you don't see the end. You don't celebrate those little things along the way. There's that uncertainty kind of between when you start to where you want to finish.
Well, I think, could it just be that January 1st is just an easier timeline to look at because it's day one of the new year?
I also think because people are fat asses through October, November, December, you got Halloween, Veterans Day, Marine Corps birthday, lots of gorging on beer then. And then you've got Thanksgiving, you've got Christmas, you've got New Year's. Those are all excuses to binge. And whether it's binging on food or binging on alcohol, you're still consuming an excessive amount of calories.
Yeah.
Studies show that the average person through October to December gains 12 pounds.
We're also not as active as we were in society. We're not moving around. We're not. I mean, it's based off of the whole technology has advanced so much that we don't have to move around.
Right.
Now, there was a study that was also reported, and I'm pretty sure it's a joke, but an Army general came out and said that the teens are now fatter and stupid. So I'm pretty sure him calling them stupid is that they're uneducated, but that's not the subject that we're talking about.
But it is, because that ties to where we are as adults, because that generation of overweight teenagers and I think by stupid, it's that in my mind, I'm going to go with he meant immediate gratification. We can't wait for anything. We got to Google it. If we don't know something, we want that immediate answer. I want it right now.
Yeah.
And none of us, that generation
I think he's literally calling them stupid.
I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt.
You're trying to, but he is an Army general. And
giving him
the article that I was just grazing through and him saying that, and I was just like, yes, this generation is stupid. Scrolling up as I look on my smartphone.
Smile and nod.
Yes, this generation is stupid. Yes, I get it. Because everything, it just drives them insane, I guess. You got to think about it. Yes, we are getting, people, they're not promoting working out because we said this in our neighbor, we're talking about our neighborhood. I complain the most about it. I hate our HOAs. Okay? And I hate those fucking speed bumps. And I fucking hate them because,
they're not
like...
speed bumps. They're speed mountains.
Yeah, it's like... It's just... Today I hit one again, going 20, and I thought I destroyed the fucking Volkswagen.
Oh, nice.
And I was just like, oh, sweet, man, I'm destroying cars as we speak.
Yeah.
And like, the whole time...
GTA!
I was like, the whole time it's just like, if I destroyed this car... I'm going to write a nasty message on Facebook. So please, dear God, don't let me destroy this car because I'm going to go the fuck off and probably take my pickaxe and start destroying your speed bumps.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. But anyways.
But they were designed to protect the kids in the neighborhood. But we've lived in the neighborhood for 2 years now. And never in that 2 years have we seen any of the kids in our neighborhood out. Moving around. Playing outside. Like... The kids across the street from us are maybe out 10 minutes a day.
Yeah.
But, you know, when we were kids, it was go outside and don't come back until the sun goes down. Like,
and then you were begging to stay outside.
Stay out. Like, give me some flashlights. I want to play flashlight tag. Or catching lightning bugs.
I don't think it's easier to just, like, I think it's bad parenting, to be honest about this. And I know we're going a little off subject of the whole working out, but this also leads into it. Mm-hmm. But I think it's bad parenting because what's easier? To just sit them in front of the Xbox and you know where they are? And they have no social skills? Because you talk to, like, I've talked to the younger generation, and, you know, especially at work, there's, like, 4 different fucking generations going on at my job. Okay. And I've talked to the generation younger than me, and they have no social skills.
No.
Like, there's a difference. Like, I can go up and talk to... like, obviously, when I've been drinking, you know this, then I've become a social butterfly.
Social butterfly.
I do know how to... Yeah. I do know how to talk to adults, and I do know how to talk to people because, you know, that's what we were brought up on. And I think that has to tie into the whole fitness and working out because, like, they have no social skills. They just stay indoors all the time, and they talk shit to each other on Call of Duty or whatever video game they're playing for the day. And it goes back to the whole, they're out of shape, and they're fat, and they're stupid. Because they don't know anything, because they don't have social skills. It's not that they're stupid. He views them as stupid because they're not talking.
Did you just call someone out for talking shit on Call of Duty when you got banned the other day for talking shit on Call of Duty?
I didn't talk shit on Call of Duty. I talked shit on a different game. But anyways, that's not the point.
Oh.
Fuck you and your horse.
Anywho, but I agree. And if you look at, so I predominantly work with the young generation from 18 to about 25 or 30, and I say young with loosely heading into 30, but
old.
But you know they don't have those social skills, and so employers are changing the dynamic of our hiring process because we have to cater to that generation, to those individuals. And so, you know, same thing with New Year's resolutions. And when it comes to working out and fitness and doing things to better yourself, whatever your generation needs is to just get up and move. But it doesn't have to wait till January 1st. Like, just get up, move yourself around, do something productive with your time.
If you look at all the cell phones now and social media, that's why they're literally gearing towards fitness. Like, they add achievements and awards.
Yeah.
And, like, don't get me wrong, I love the whole step out kind of thing that Samsung does because it's pretty awesome. But at the same time, I'm like, you look at everybody who's on the top candidate for the whole Step Out Award, it's somebody that's not from America. So I'm assuming that the whole New Year's, New Me resolution is just American kind of thing. And that people are actually more fit in the other worlds because they don't have the advancement in technology or the advancement in society as America does, because everything for us is convenient.
Oh yeah, very much so.
If you want any, like, I mean, hell, Amazon has completely made us lazy, because me and you has even sat there and was just like, oh shit, we don't have this. Amazon, one click buy, which is the worst thing that they invented, but it is the greatest thing, because it's evil. It's like playing devil's advocate. Like, that's what they did. Like, I'm not taking anything from Amazon. I think they're great. But, like, it's devil's advocate. And this is leading to all the costs. Like, pretty much technology is bad on trying to be a healthier society.
But, you know, with Amazon, if we lived in more of a city area, you could literally order something that morning and it would be to you within 2 to 3 hours. So why do I need to go to the store? Like, I'm surprised you didn't order shoe cleaner when we were talking about it and forgot it at the store. Like, let's just order shoe cleaner, 2-day delivery. All right.
I think that's. I mean, I could, and I thought about it, but I think it's the fact that what I do with my work and everything, I'm home for 30 some odd days, and I'm bored out of my fucking mind during that entire time period, that I want to go out. Like, I know it sounds weird, because, you know, back when we were younger, like in our teens or so, stores were packed during this holiday. When we went to Dick's, or Dickless, because they're getting rid of their guns, but we went to Dick's, and when we went there was nobody fucking there.
Minus the fact that there were like 12 inches of snow on the ground and ice in the parking lot.
But still, like, come on, it was almost melted. But still, like, even there's been multiple times that I've been to a store, there's nobody fucking there.
Why? I can order it online and have it shipped to me. I
don't mind it, because, like, we just got done from having lunch. Like, we went to Ruckus, the pizza place in Raleigh, a very phenomenal pizza place. We went to Ruckus and we had lunch, and I feel like, I know dinner it doesn't happen, but I feel like if we have lunch going out or something, we should go somewhere and walk, or, you know what I mean, like, move around to settle the food. And it's just something I feel like we should do, instead of be like, oh, well, I had lunch here and this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go sit and not do anything for the rest of the time. And I mean, maybe that's because I want to be active and I like being active. And I mean, me and you has had our struggles in fitness. I mean, you go back like, what, 7 years ago? I was fat as shit.
Both of us were.
Yeah. And
I was overweight until a year ago.
Yeah.
A year and a half ago. So,
I mean, I still loved you.
60 pounds heavier. Wow. But, you know, it comes down to, and going back to Amazon and thinking about that quick fix. Diet pills, the magic pill, if you will. That's what people want. So I'm going to take fat burners. I'm going to take those quick fixes that do nothing in the long term. So January 1st, that $200 billion market of fad diets, that is their moneymaker. Because I want a quick fix. I don't want to put in the work. I want change, but I don't want to change my habits. I tried to circle that back to where we were going because we got a little off.
Yeah, I mean, could it be just that the way society is going is that people don't want to go do the hard route? And I mean,
oh yeah, I completely agree. They don't want to do the hard stuff. They want to do the easy, quick fix. And you know, one of a big pet peeve for me is the cost of being healthy too. And the cost of being healthy is really expensive. The fruits and vegetables, and our dogs are having a really good time talking to you as well. But, you know, the cost of eating healthy, avoiding that kind of those processed products can be really expensive. And when it comes to the new year, we've spent all that money on Christmas. Now we roll into this time where we're going to dump $100 on a pill or dump $100 into groceries. I'm going to dump $100 into that quick fix pill to hopefully have me lose my 100 pounds.
There's also cocaine.
There's meth.
There's meth and cocaine. You can lose a lot of weight from that. Apparently you can. But you can also lose a lot of other stuff. So, ditto. I mean, there's other methods to do it. I don't think this is the easy, quick fix thing to do if you want to lose weight. I'm not really going to be the positive person on that. But I will say that hard work does pay off, and it feels good. And it really does. When you actually succeed your goal. And I've always been hard on myself for whatever fucking reason. I will always be. And it will always be hard on... I mean, I've always been hard on the whole achieving goals because it shouldn't be...
You are your world's worst critic.
It shouldn't be easy, and we shouldn't have participation trophies. But goddamn, I love those step out badges when I reach 200,000 steps for the month. So I mean, I agree with you. I think the New Year's resolution is absolutely stupid.
I agree.
I think it's a waste of time. Because you don't need to do the whole wait till January 1st to fix yourself. I get using that date because it's day one of the new year. So it's day one out of 365, and let's see where this goes. But I think if you really want change and you're determined to have change, you will start now.
Start now. Exactly. That's it. I mean, I think that is the key to having a successful whatever, and it doesn't have to be even weight loss. But whatever that change is that habit you're trying to break or that habit you're trying to create, start now. Why wait until January 1st? Because it is possible. So becoming the best version or the better version of ourselves is possible, but it has to happen when you are ready to make those changes. And if January 1st is the date that you are ready to make those changes and you are committed, then great. But don't be the exception, not the rule. Don't be that 80% that fails in month 2. Be the 20% that continues to go for the next 365 days or 820. I was trying to add 365 times 2. 720. 730. God, math was not my strength.
It would be 7:30.
It would be 7:30.
Yeah, and I literally just added that.
Oh, go away. No one likes you.
Basic math. Anyways, it could be that. Could it also be that people get intimidated? I do feel that, in the gym, there's...
Oh, God, yes.
I mean, I see it. There's dudes that are fucking... God damn, I hate our dogs. But there's dudes that are at the gym that kind of make it... It's an alpha domain. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, yeah.
It's always been that. The whole... You got the Robert Franks kind of guys, and you got...
beat their chest.
Yeah.
Mark their territory, kind of... As a female in the gym and not being the mark my territory and pee on equipment kind of person, I do feel intimidated, especially come January 1st, because now the people that are in there have multiplied by 3 or by 4. So it's not just the typical crowd. It's now 3 or 4 times larger.
And then, it's not only that. It was also during January 1st, it's for us gym goers, has been doing it for a while. Myself.
Toot, toot, toot.
Yeah, toot my own horn. That's when most of them, I'm not saying I do, but I did, is that when they pump their chest out. That's when they're just this is my fucking territory. Welcome to my domain, bitch. This is the Thunderdome.
The Thunderdome.
You're in my Thunderdome. I want you to witness me. It's one of those where it's just the intimidation is it's an alpha domain. The gym has always been an alpha domain. I mean, you just look at the famous fucking lifters, okay? You just look at them as a whole, and they have always preached the same thing. CT Fletcher is by far one of my favorites because he has no fucks, and he's very vulgar on what he talks about and what he preached. And I'm pretty sure if I just started lifting, he would be the last person I would want to see when I'm lifting weights, because he would intimidate the shit out of you. But there's those moments when you're at the gym and you're seeing somebody, like, I love the gym. And when you see somebody that's struggling or trying to accomplish their goals, instead of like, the problem is that I will never criticize anybody in the gym. And the problem is there is people that will criticize. There's the one domain, is the Iron Church, the Holy Grail, that you don't fucking criticize anybody. And I think that's the issue with the whole people are trying to set their goals. They're like, January 1st, new me. And then they're like, I've never done the gym. And here I go to the gym, and then there's fucking goddamn CT Flexor over there screaming at you, telling you to lift the fucking weights, calling you a lightweight. Ronnie Coleman said that, but you know what I mean? Like, you got those guys that are just a giant intimidation factor.
Yeah.
And I think those are the ones that, like, it ruins the gym for people.
For people. Exactly. I completely agree.
And then you got the people who don't restack weights in the proper way. Don't put 45s in front of the 25s. Jesus fucking Christ. Let's get this out of the way. Like, this has nothing to do with New Year's resolution. But them motherfuckers always seem to fucking do that.
I like the sign in our gym that says, if you can lift it, you can rack it. So that if you can physically put your body into it and lift the weight up. Don't just leave it on the fucking floor.
But they still re-rack the shit like a motherfucking...
inverted pyramid. The weight that you need is like the 5 or 10 on the inside. And there's like 100-pound weight on the end. And you gotta move everything off because you need that 5 or 10 pound on the inside.
They should have that video I shared with you of Don Mazzelli chasing down... what's his name? I can't think of his that Brandon dude. Brandon... Martyr or whatever. Anyways, powerlifter. I don't really care for him. I think some of his videos are cool, but I think he also used fake weights. That's a different subject. But when he was chasing him down with the axe,
I don't think I've seen that.
Yes, I tagged you in it yesterday. The axe when they were playing fucking beer pong.
Oh, but that was a sore loser.
Yeah, but that's a sore loser. But they should just have him with the axe and say, if you don't fucking re-rack your weights in the proper place, that it should be.
The way your brain works is like,
dark.
How did you just connect those? Like, I would...
You just put a picture up on the wall because, like, I'm still on the subject of, like, not re-racking your weights in the proper place. So, like, you put 45s in front of the 10s and then put a 25 in between another 45 and then put a 35 on the outside. Like, I just, like, there's a part of me, like today, I seen it when I was lifting. And it had nothing to do with me, and I'm looking for 45s. See, 2 45s in between a 25, a 10, and a 5. And I was just, or like another 25 and then a 5. And I knew the guy was lifting. I knew he was there because he walked to the other bench. And a part of me wanted to just be like, hey, motherfucker, how about you fix this? Because, like, it really drives me crazy. It really bothers me.
I like how you got real loud and aggressive, and then it was like, it just really kind of bothers me.
It really does. It really does. Can't get too angry because don't need the VA to know that I'm an angry individual.
But at the end of the day, we totally got off subject. If you're going to set a New Year's resolution, don't quit. Keep it up. Whether you are going to quit it 2 months or keep going.
Pretty much what she's saying, what I'm going to say, don't quit and be a pussy. Keep lifting weights, keep working out, don't go to the gym and park in the first parking spot so you can run on the treadmill. Park further out so that you can walk your happy ass to the fucking gym. That's all I'm going to say about that.
That's all I'm going to say about that.
I mean, honestly...
Be the change in yourself regardless of what time of year it is.
Motherfuckers should. I mean, they should. Honestly, you should always try to strive to be better.
Be your best self.
I mean, we pretty much beat the dead horse on this one about striving to be better. So, on that note, I'm going to end this. Make it a little short podcast. And say the same shit that I normally say at the end of every podcast because I need another beer and I think she needs another wine. is that suicide awareness. I've been talking about this for, I think this will be episode 18. I've been talking about this for 18 episodes about how we should try to help each other out on suicide awareness. And we should, and it's not just veterans, because I still think suicide is a waste. It could be easily prevented by just talking to somebody or them opening up to somebody and always trying to find a better solution to their problems. Because this is the same thing that you were talking about with the New Year's resolution and stuff, is that everybody's looking for that quick fix. And suicide's not a quick fix because it's a lifelong issue that we have to, like, the loved ones and the friends have to deal with. I think we should try to find a new method of trying to solve this issue, and I hope that we can actually fix it. I know that I talked about the veteran suicide and how important that is, because my community is small and I love my community, but at the same time it's getting smaller because dudes are offing themselves because they can't handle the demons they have, or they're just not getting the answers they need, and they should get the answers, not they should kill themselves. So like I said before, at the end of every podcast, please make sure you contact somebody if you have issues, or talk to somebody, or have somebody contact you if you are the ones that are suffering issues. There's also suicide hotlines. There's a VA suicide hotline. There is friends that will always help you. There is people that are on your Facebook friends list, your Twitters, or your Instagrams that will always help you, and they will always be there for you no matter what. They may not seem like they care, but there is people out there. Just talk to somebody if you have the issues. If not, if you know somebody, please contact other people that if you feel like there are something going on with them. Make sure that we stay tight-knit and we talk to each other and solve each other's issues. On that note, I would like to say thank you, Melissa, for being on my episode. And I love you. And hopefully, guys, can't wait. Super excited for the World War One podcast episode that's next. It's going to be a 2-part episode, so we'll have episode 19 and 20.
Thank you.
Yes. And have a good day. Feliz Navidad, motherfuckers.